Do you know the age-old problem that every man faces when it comes to keeping a woman around? They don't know how to make her miss them. That leaves them pulling out cheap tricks and acts that backfire on them before they even realize their mistake. Well, not anymore. In this video, we have rounded up 12 ways to make her miss you that'll give you the edge you need. And before you know it, she'll be buzzing around you. So let's get into it. Number 12. Ditch desperation. When it comes to dating successfully, there's a golden rule that you need to follow. Seriously, it can make or break your romantic prospects. Ditch the desperation act right now. Now, before you ask why, think of it this way. Have you ever been bombarded with text from someone who just can't seem to take a hint? Well, that's it. If you truly want her to miss you, you need to show her that you aren't dependent on her. In fact, you shouldn't be at all either way. You don't need to disappear into the ether to show her you aren't desperate. However, you do need to make her feel like she can't live without you. And the first step to do that is to act like you have a lot of other prospects lined up as well. Is the act of desperation gone? Check. Has she started missing you? Check. Number 11. Leave her on a positive note. Now that you've shown her that you can actually live without her, it's time to up your game. For her to miss you, you need to leave a lasting and positive impression every time you're about to say goodbye. Whether you're wrapping up dinner for two or bidding farewell after a weekend getaway, there's a rule that you need to keep in mind. Always leave her on a positive note. To make sure the memories you've made together age like a fine wine after you've gone, it's important to finish the date on a high. Once you're back in your own life, it's natural for the memories to start fading over time. However, if the date goes amazing, you best believe that she's going to go over every minute of the date. She'll dissect every moment and replay it in her mind. And that's when she'll start to miss you. Number 10. Give her space. Giving your partner breathing room in a relationship is as important as breathing. Whoever said absence makes the heart grow fonder was really onto something. Why do we say that? Think about it. If you want her to miss you, you've got to give her some space to do just that. So here's the game plan. Take a step back. Ease off on the text and resist the urge to storm her social media with comments. Also, cool down on the impromptu coffee shop run-ins for a bit. Give her some room to breathe and wonder what you're up to. This is the only way she'll miss your presence. A little strategic retreat can work wonders to make her miss you. Number 9. Be an important part of her life. The thing about the feeling of missing someone is that when it's fulfilled, it can feel like a weight lifted off your shoulders. But how do you make sure you're the one she misses the most when you're not present? For starters, you've to be an important and positive part of her life. And to do that, it's quite simple. Whenever you're in her orbit, be her biggest cheerleader. Support her goals and encourage her dreams. You need to make her feel that you're the rock she has for support, and she can always count on you for guidance and that extra boost of morale. If you can manage to make her feel this way, you never have to worry about her not missing you. Because who doesn't want to be with their biggest cheerleader all the time? Number 8. Be mysterious online. In today's digital age, it's important to talk about online presence separately. Giving your girl space digitally is just as important as in the real world. But how do you embrace the art of mystery? It's simple. Go by the mantra, less is more. If you want to catch her attention, keep your posts to a minimum. Post glimpses of yourself and your life strategically. What do we mean? So you know you both aren't hanging out or talking on text much, and you want her to miss you. That's when you can post a story of yourself with your friends, or something that you're doing in a social capacity. This way, she'll see you living your life to the fullest, and she'll get curious about where you are and who you're with. And voila, she'll start missing you, and she'd want to make more plans to spend some time with you. Number 7. Bring your best game. Okay, this is crucial, so listen closely. Do you know how we talked about ending every date on a positive note? Well, for you to do that, you need to bring your A game to the table every single time. Let's be honest. In today's dating landscape, you're literally competing with various people vying for the same person you want. Isn't that true? So how do you stand out in that pool? It's simple. You never want her to think there's something better waiting in the wings. So always show up as your best self. Be the kind of guy who leaves her thinking, wow, I hit the jackpot. Now let's be real. Nobody's perfect. You must have your off days and moments where you're just not feeling like your own charming self. And that's okay. If you're having one of those days, it's better to be upfront about it. Tell her about it. If she's worth her salt, she'll appreciate your honesty. In fact, she'll also understand the sacrifice you're making on her behalf. Number 6. Build anticipation. Anticipation is really the secret to a successful "I'll miss you later on" date. You have to create the kind of anticipation that has her counting down the minutes until your next adventure. So how do you make her miss you through anticipation? It's easier than you might think. The key is to plant those seeds of excitement about future plans. Whether it's a big event or just a night in, all you have to do is keep her on her toes by dropping hints. Keep on subtly reminding her about what's to come. For instance, try sending her a text saying, "Can't wait to see you tonight." Trust us, it makes all the difference. Number 5. Be unpredictable. Alright, it's time to talk about inserting a little unpredictability into your relationship. We've all been there. The monotony of day-to-day life catches up with all of us. But unpredictability is the antidote to that dullness. And little did you know, it's also a secret way of making her miss you. Being unpredictable isn't just about keeping things interesting. It's so much more about keeping that spark alive and kicking. Think about it. If she's constantly wondering what new adventure or surprise you've got up your sleeve, she's going to be way more excited to meet you, and she won't stop missing you until she does. Number 4. Share fun experiences. Do you know the best way to leave your mark on someone's mind? Well, it's to share fun and adrenaline-filled experiences together. When something is fun and thrilling for the other person, they always miss who they were with at the time. But why are fun experiences so powerful? The more positive and memorable experiences you have with her, the more she'll associate you with joy and good vibes. And that's a recipe for making her miss you like crazy when you're apart. Number 3. Be a good listener. Men underestimate the power of being an empath. And part of being an empath is to be a good listener. When you're truly present in a conversation, you're building a connection that transcends mere words. So why does being a good listener make her miss you? Well, it all boils down to feeling understood and valued. When you give her your undivided attention, it's like you're saying, "Hey, you matter. Your thoughts, your feelings, they're important to me." And here's the thing, when you're not around, she's going to feel that absence strongly. She'll miss the emotional support and the feeling of being truly heard that you provide. Number 2. Don't stop working on yourself. It's time to dive into the world of personal development because, hey, when you're your best self, no one can resist being charmed by you. So why is personal development so important? When you go on this journey, you're essentially providing yourself with tools to navigate life with confidence and grace. And this means that nothing life throws your way will ever impact your self-worth or self-esteem. So when you enter the dating pool with this kind of enigmatic and self-made aura, you won't ever need to worry about a girl missing you. Even if she doesn't, you'll have so many more women looking forward to being in your company. Number 1. Be busy. Many men don't understand how important it is to be busy with their own life. When they find a girlfriend, they shift their life's narrative to revolve around her. And as we've said many times before, if you do that, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Here's the deal. You don't want to come across as the guy whose world revolves around her. You're the main character in your own story. So how do you make her miss you? It's simple. Keep living your life to the fullest, just like you were before you met her. Don't cut down on your friends' hangouts or football games just for her. By staying busy and focused on your own passions and interests, you'll show her that you're a well-rounded guy with a life beyond her. Instead, you'll be like a magnet, drawing her in with your confident, independent vibe. Did you find this video helpful? Don't forget to drop a comment below and show this video some love.